Hi y'all, I'm Carole Corey, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to my Creating Corner. And if this is the first time you're joining me here, yay! I'm so glad you found me. If you'll click subscribe and hit the notification bell, then you'll find out the next video I post and you'll easily come back and get to play with this again. Well, today is March 16th, and on the 16th of every month, I get Happy Mail! My paper pumpkin kit came. This is March and it's Memorable Meadows, and I am so excited to get into my little box of Happy. Back in like the end of December, beginning of January, I bought the little add-on dies, Love of Spring, and these dies coordinated with January's paper pumpkin, February's paper pumpkin, and this paper pumpkin kit. So I am really looking forward to seeing what we have in here. And with Memorable Meadows, I'm thinking, ooh, it must coordinate with that beautiful meadow paper, like in this card right here. Anyways, everything is just so pretty. If you don't know what a paper pumpkin kit is, you can order 1 month, you can pre-order for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. And if you pre-order for 12 months, then with the discount, it ends up being like an extra box. So that's really good. Maybe twice a year it's a craft and not cards. So 10 months they're cards. You do find out a little ahead of time if it's cards or a craft, and if you need to pause it for any reason, if you have an ongoing subscription like I do, then it's real easy to just pause it and skip a month if you need to. Not a problem at all. But everything you need except the scissors is right here in this box to create an awesome project. And let me tell you, the materials are always more than you need and enough that you can do all kinds of extra things. So I know I usually do follow the directions for at least a little bit of the kit, but I usually use the materials to go rogue. So let's see what's in here. Let's see if we're going to do just what's in this box, or if we're going to find out what additional things we can do. Because you know, we can always find something simple, something a little stepped up, or something really fabulous to do with the materials. But let's not wait any longer. Let's get this down to the creating table and see what is in this month's Memorable Meadows paper pumpkin box. Okay, hang on while I turn this down. Alrighty, let's get in and see what we've got here. So I've got my little paper snips to get this packaging off. Okay, our Stampin' Spot is Garden Green. Lovely, that's good for spring, okay. And we get the bonus stamp set because this is our anniversary month. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see. First off, in here, can you see these? We've got a flower, and this one says heartfelt thanks. It's the little things that matter. Oh, cute. You've been on my mind, and have a beautiful birthday. Lovely. And our bonus stamp set is a double flower and some leaves, and there's some flower head. Oh, this will be two-step stamping for the outside of the flower. I bet we can put this one with that, and then that's for the very inside, and then here's for the stamps. Yep, that's what it is. And then there's the veining. This little stamp set will be like a 3-step stamp set. We will definitely have fun with that when we do our extra little items. Oh yes, this is going to be great. We've got the little spatter there. I've got so many good ideas for this already. But let's see what we have. So open up the tissue paper. It always makes it so special. And ooh, look! Isn't that just the sight to behold? See this gorgeous, gorgeous paper in here. And there are some little embellishments, and we've got dimensionals and glue dots. What do we have? This is just packed full. You know, I was thinking if I turn it over, then we could just take a look. Oh, how pretty. Oh, this does coordinate with the Meadow paper, but oh, how pretty. Ooh, is that wooden elements? We've got wooden elements. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for about, I think they're about $25, including your tax and shipping and handling. You get everything you need. So let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, 25 bucks. That's including your shipping, handling, and sales tax. So here we've got sequins, lovely, and dimensionals and glue dots. Dimensionals to give a little bit of a pop-up somewhere. Okay, we'll put those in there. Oh, how lovely! How pretty is this? And of course the back is also decorated. Okay, so this will be pretty. I guess that's like a 4 1/4 by 11. Yep. Yep. So pretty. Look at these envelopes with the curve. Oh, I love it. That is so cute. And it's got the pretty matching liner. Okay, let me take out a couple of these. Well, I'll just put all of these right here. I'm going to keep one of these card bases out. Oh, look at this. Isn't that just so pretty? That is really lovely. So we come with 4 of those. Okay, so we have 4 of the landscape, these 4. Oh, and here are 4 more. What? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I must have counted wrong. That's 3, 3, and 3. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're making 9 cards. Oh, just gorgeous. Okay, let's put those to the side. Okay, here's some panels to be using. Here's some more panels to be using. We'll put those aside. Look at these wooden elements, would you? We've got, would you, for the wooden elements. Oh, I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, so we've got the big leaves. We've got trees. Oh, how nice. Now, these wooden elements, I bet with the right kind of marker, you could actually color them. Okay. See, when it's easy, just pop them out. Oh, and they're nice and thick. Look at that. Yep, that's sturdy. Lovely, lovely. Oh, and then there's purple die cuts for your sentiments to go on, I am sure. Let me put that one right there. Here is, if you want to put them in a box, get one of the clear boxes from Stampin' Up! And here is your, whatever it's called, like a box label. Okay, so this is Daisy's For You stamp artwork. These are the stamps that came. Well, this is the bonus set. And here is the regular set. Lovely. I'm going to put that aside. And put this aside. You know, if you like making like memory books or something, keep this cardboard. It's nice. It's nice and sturdy. You can do all kinds of things with it. Or if you have a local recraft store like we do, that's a good thing you do. Okay, let's look here on our instructions. Okay, first on the back we have a picture of everything that comes with it, and it says what the kit components are. Contains supplies for 9 cards and 9 envelopes. And then the coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors are Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Berry Burst, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Very Vanilla. My goodness! I know y'all have at least some of those colors. There's all kinds of extra things you can do. And if you aren't watching this video, you can always click the QR code right here on the back, and that gives you detailed instructions on how to put together this kit. And here's a couple little extra ideas what you can do. Of course, we're definitely going to come up with some extra things to do with this kit. But let's open up our directions and look at how easily these directions are written. So easy to follow. So we're going to start with card number 1. It's always the easiest place to start is at the beginning. We're going to need this card base. We will need a long purple, a long purple die cut. We'll need one of these nifty shaped die cuts and the tree shape. Okay, let me kind of get things out of the way here, and then we will get started. Hang on. All right, I've got everything pulled out, and instead of using my Stampin' Spot, I'm going to keep this for when I take my vacation this summer. And while I'm sitting here, I'm going to use my Garden Green full-size Stampin' Pad. Okay, now when you are using photopolymer stamps, best practice is to use a Stampin' Pierce pad. Now the reasoning is these photopolymers, these are poured into a mold, and just in case it settled or not enough got in, if it wasn't exactly smooth across, which, I mean, you know, usually they're fine, but just to make sure that you have good contact with the stamp across the entire surface, having something with a little bit of give, like this Stampin' Pierce mat, is a good idea. Okay, so looking at our directions, first thing we want to do is take our die cut, and we're going to stamp it with "Have a Beautiful Birthday." Now this right here, this is one of my Stampin' blocks that came with one of my first paper pumpkins. When you first get a paper pumpkin subscription, or if you pre-order just 1 box or maybe 3 boxes, you will get a block to put your stamps on. Now I have a subscription. I do not get a block every month. I got one at the beginning of my subscription. And with a couple of the kits from our online kit collection, a couple of those will come with the block to put your stamp on. So that being said, I've got my block for my stamp, and this one is "Have a Beautiful Birthday." So I'm going to get it greened up with St. Patrick's tomorrow. Can I be forgiven if I say the greening of the ink or the greening of the stamp? I don't know. You know what? I think I might have to re-ink this ink. Oh, let me just stamp it off and see how that's looking. Okay. I think I might need to re-ink this. Oh, I guess it's doing okay. Okay, so "Have a Beautiful Birthday." It doesn't look like it's... There we go. And right in the middle, and we just let it drink it up. We do want even pressure across the whole thing. There we go. "Have a Beautiful Birthday." Yeah, I'm going to have to re-ink this up. Let me put it away, and I will go ahead and unseal this Stampin' Spot, and I will just use my Stampin' Spot. Okay, cut that open. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to use this Stampin' Spot for the next couple cards. Wash that off. I've got my simple chamois here. Takes the ink right off your stamp. That's always a good thing. Okay, now let's look here. We've got, according to the directions, we need to put glue dots on the back of the wooden element, and then we want glue dots on the back of the purple panel. Alrighty. Now you don't have to use tweezers. I just am in such a habit of using tweezers. They're like the extensions of my fingers. So I always use tweezers. Okay. Easy. 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 And then clear off the wax. Okay, we're going to put, oh, I hate to cover up those trees, but I'll do it. Put these here. This one here. And now this, you see it has the open circles. That means you're going to want to do dimensionals. Get my dimensionals. Okay, now this is going to be raised here, so I only need the dimensionals on this side to bring it up to the level of the tree. Have a beautiful birthday, and then we're going to finish this off with a couple of the sequins. Okay, I have the sequins. What did I do with the sequins? What did I do with the sequins? Here they are. Put them in there with the stamps. Okay, let's put a sequin up here. A little bit of something shiny in the sky. And we'll put a sequin down here. And we'll put a sequin right here. Now this is the following the directions to the T of the first card, and we are done that quickly, and look how pretty it is. Oh, that was awesome. Okay. Tell you what, let's put a couple more sequins on there. It actually, let's put one down here, and we can put one over here. There, that's even more. You know, more is more. Beautiful. I love the wooden elements. Okay, so that is card number 1, done and dusted. And remember, it has this beautiful coordinating envelope. Look at that. How pretty. Okay, so let's put this aside and see what number 2 holds in store for us. Okay, card number 2. We have this happy shape, and this is a heartfelt thanks. So we're going to take the green and ink up the heartfelt thanks, and we're going to put it right here. And we're going to let the paper drink it up nicely. Oh, look, it's got that kind of pointillism, romantic-y look to it. Okay, now we want 3 glue dots on the back of the purple panel. stuck in my finger there. And we want 3 on the back of our wooden element. You notice both sides of the wood look the same, so there's no right and wrong side. Okay, let's take off the little wax protector on that. Okay. Oh, look at that. There is, I put it on the wrong side of this purple vellum. Let me take the, one thing about vellum, you can always remove your sticky stuff easy. You know, if you roll it, you can kind of get it off there. Goodness. I guess I just got lucky with card number 1. I didn't pay too much attention to a front and back. Okay. And this vellum goes right about here. Nice, nice. That is something, isn't it? Okay. And now we take the little paper protecting, the wax protectant off of these wooden elements. Oh, how pretty is that? Now let's go ahead and, okay, this is going to go this way, so I'm going to want dimension. Oh, I bet I can put a dimensional here and one here. Okay. Well, let me not mess up. Okay, there and there. We'll just keep it easy. Keep it easy that way. Go. Brings it up level to that. You know what? I'm going to stick a glue dot behind that. That's poking up a bit, isn't it? I don't know why. Let's go ahead and put a glue dot here, and that'll hold this panel down. I don't know why the sentiment's sticking up, but there we go. Easy peasy, we can get it stuck down without a problem. Now we want sequin, 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 and there we are done. Heartfelt thanks. Just beautiful, just beautiful. Look how restful that is. And this is kind of not crisp and clear. It's kind of that romantic, like pointillism or whatever. So, and that kind of is echoed in the font. Okay. Okay, let me get this put aside and let's see what card number 3 has for us. All right, card number 3. I just think this is gorgeous. Does this not remind you of ballerinas? I guess because of the skirts, but I could just see a ballerina put on here. Oh, so pretty. Let me get on with this card. Okay, and again, using the Stampin' Spot that came with the paper pumpkin. This one is You've Been on My Mind. And we are using the long die cut. And try to get the sentiment straight in the middle and let it soak up. Gosh, that is just so pretty. It's so soft and love it, love it. Okay, so here we go. You've Been on My Mind. I'm going to put a couple of glue dots, just 2 glue dots on the back of this purple vellum. There we go. And then I want a couple of glue dots, and again, both sides are the same, so it doesn't really matter. A couple glue dots on the back of my wooden element. Now this one is getting put a little more up towards the top here. And these are really sturdy wooden elements. Look how thick that is. Seriously. Doesn't weigh hard anything, but it's nice and thick. Okay. And now, you've been on my mind. We're just going to put it right across that way. Okay, dimensional time. One on this end, one on that end. And just right across here. There we go. A couple little sequins. One there. Oops. There we go. I love these self-adhesive sequins where you don't have to worry about getting a glue dot to put down. And another one, oopsie, yeah, right about there, right below it. There we go, and there is card number 3. Beautiful, just beautiful. So there's card. So here are the 3 cards. And of course, this paper pumpkin will make 3 of each of these gorgeous designs. But you know what? These 2 stamp sets are really nice stamp sets. And this paper is really nice. I think that we can make some really pretty cards on our own. Now, I might use the coordinating papers that go along with this instead of these card bases. We'll see. But let's see what we can come up with. Hang on, let me put this away and we'll get right to it. Okay, are we ready for alternate number 1? Now this is going to be a very simple change to what the directions have. This is going to be using the card base. We're not going to alter the card base. We are going to use the sentiment die cut. We are going to use the tree, but we're going to use a couple of different colors. Oh, and we are going to use the sentiment that came in the paper pumpkin. It's the little things that matter. So we're just going to switch up some of the colors. So let me take this, and we're going to do it in Night of Navy. Night of Navy, there's a lot of the blues in here, and while we could use the green, I think it'll be, that came with the kit, I want to pull out some of this blue. I like the blues and the purples. So there we go, I inked it all up. And let me just stamp it on this pretty die cut. Okay, now what I do want to do, I'm going to take a couple of my Stampin' Blends. Stampin' Blends are Stampin' Up's alcohol markers, and you get them in sets, a light and a dark, and the colors just move into each other and blend very nicely. So I'm going to take the tree element that came with the paper pumpkin, and on the trunk I'm going to use a pecan pie. This is the light blends of the pecan pie. I'm going to just do the wooden part with that. Now looking at this card, it looks like the light source is coming this direction. So I'm going to take if you look at all of our markers, the Stampin' Right markers or the blends, you've got a skinny line and a dark and a thick line. The skinny line is your fine tip and the thick line is your marker tip. So using my skinny line, I'm going to come up in here and just add a little bit of extra color, a little bit of the dark up close under the canopy, and then right down the edge that would be away from the light source. There you go. And now I'm going to take my old olive, and using the brush, I'm going to actually cover the entire canopy with the old olive, the light old olive. And then taking the dark, I'm going to kind of just add some, oops, let me use the brush side. Add some little bit of depth here. There we go. And, whoops, and maybe come back in and add a little bit more of the light. Kind of brighten it back up a little bit, like the sun's hitting it. Okay. Look how easily you were able to get some color on the wooden element. Okay, now let me get my, look how quick all this is. Oh my gosh, so quickly done. Let me get my glue dots. You can use your the regular Stampin' Right markers on to color these wooden elements also. Now to get your Stampin' Right markers, you would buy those in sets, like it would come with all of the subtles or all of the brights together. But the blends you get just in the pair, the light and the dark of whichever color you're looking for. Put that up a little bit. This paper is just so pretty. So here I'm just going to put this tree here in the, let me put it right here. I don't know where to put it. I don't want to hide any of this card. Let's just put it right here. Yeah, you have to be careful you don't let your element go off the side of the card or it won't fit in the envelope. Now I'm going to put one glue dot on the back here, and this is where it will be crossing over onto the branch. Actually, we could come down a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have to really worry about that. This is just so pretty. Put a couple of dimensionals on that. Oh, put that right there. It's the little things that matter. Oh, how pretty, how pretty. Now we'll just grab a couple of these sequins. Oh, shall we put a sequin on the tree itself? Okay. Let's put another little sparkly thing down there. Put another one here. And let's get one more down here. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That's our first alternate. Now, this was a very simple thing we could do. We just added some color with some markers to the tree element that came in the paper pumpkin, and we used Night of Navy for our sentiment that came in the paper pumpkin. I like that. I do. Are you ready to step it up just a little bit more? So am I. Let's see what's next. All right, we got alternate number 1 done. And let's step it up just a wee bit. And this is going to be for the stamper who has perhaps maybe a die cutting machine on hand. Here I have the Love of Spring dies, and this was the add-on that coordinated with the January, February, and March paper pumpkin kits. I love this word window in here, and here's a daffodil die, and there was a leaf sprig die that is actually with another project that I'm taking somewhere, but also this love. So I'm going to, here I have a long scrap. You know, when you're cutting your paper off and you're doing a bunch of one size, you end up sometimes with a nice piece of scrap. So here I've got my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I like to have the handle to turn on my right. Look how it folds up, so cute. I love it. So there we go, and let me get my plates. Got them sitting behind me. Okay, so we put our base plate down, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. So you put your base down, you put one cutting plate down, and here's the other cutting plate. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this white scrap, put my love on there. Now if I wanted to make it a little simpler for me, I could do adhesive paper, but you may not have adhesive paper. And adhesive paper is just what it sounds like. It's these sheets, and you literally just cut it. You peel off one side, put it to the back of the cardstock, then you cut it out, and then you peel it, the rest of it off, and it just makes your whole thing sticky. Let me show you how to use it. Let me show you how you use it. Okay. Now I don't need a big piece, so I'm just going to cut just across there. Now it's got this little bend in it, so you can peel it apart. And just put it behind your cardstock. Now, oopsie, that wasn't very spectacular. There we go. That's where it needs to be. Oh my goodness. Yes, I don't use my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine on this little table because it's pretty rickety. I've never had that happen before though. My goodness. It's raining craft supplies. It's raining craft supplies. So let me get this up out of the way. Okay, and it's still falling. Holy Hannah. Okay. Now, let me cut that little extra piece off right there. Okay, so I'm going to use my Take-A-Pick tool and pop out, you know, Stampin' Up! Stamps dies are so good because they've got these release holes that you can just stick something sharp like your Take-A-Pick tool in, and it pushes it out of the die, makes it really much easier. Okie dokie. So, what am I going to do here now? Lost my train of thought. Okay. Take-A-Pick tool away. Okay, so on this one, on this card base, I took my bone folder, give it a nice bend. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of my couple of glue dots on the back of this vellum. There we go. Okay. I'll put it right up here. Love. Oh, isn't that going to be pretty? Now, on the back of this is our adhesive sheet. So, the trick is getting it started. Once you get it started peeling it off, then you're good. So I'm just taking my take-a-pick tool, and there we go. There, I've got the wax thing. Now this whole word is a sticker, and I'm going to put the sticker slightly crooked. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Now, where are my sequins? Now, this is all kit stuff except the die, and the die is the add-on. So let me put a couple of the sequins, these self-adhesive sequins that came in the paper pumpkin kit. There we go. Oh, cute. And I'm also going to take, okay, so now we've got these brass birds and dragonflies, and we've also got butterflies. I think I'm going to put a little bird on here. Now the birds are different. I'm going to use these down here, and I'm just going to put a little birdie on here. Put a little bird there. Shall we put another one? Let's put one of these birds up top. Oops. And these birds also are self-adhesive. Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet. Okay. I like it. Yes, I do. Now on the inside, let's go ahead and take this birthday greeting. Have a beautiful birthday. I'm going to take some fresh freesia, dye, ink, and I need my Stampin' Pierce pad. There we go. Cloth. Got ink on there, so let me just wipe it all off. We don't need to get ink where we don't want it. Okay. Have a beautiful birthday. Let's just put that down right there. And we're not going to press too hard because I may have pressed a little too hard in the ink pad. There we go. Have a beautiful birthday, and it's just as ethereal as the front. Well, that, I like that. That is a cute birthday card. You know what I might do? This is the flower that came with the paper pumpkin kit. How about if I stick this flower on a block and in garden green, the color that came in the kit. I'm just going to put a cute little flower there. I might go back and color it in. Maybe not. Cute. Have a beautiful birthday. Lovely. Okay. Now, this, one thing about this paper pumpkin kit, if it's looking like it's not really stamping clean, these images are of the that real, oh, what is that art word? You know, like Monet, like the pointillism, the whatever. It's not the crispest on purpose. Let's just put it that way. But so that is our stepped up number 2, where we have our word cut out and on the adhesive dots, and we've got some little birds fluttering around. This isn't as stepped up as you might think it would be, but let me tell you, the next one is going to be a little different than you're expecting. Hang on, let me clear this up and we'll get on number 3. Well, okay, I have got a whole mess of stuff pulled out. Instead of using one of the card bases, I got some fresh freesia cardstock. Now this card is going to be for the stamper who's got a big old craft closet, if not a craft room. Okay, so I've got some fresh freesia. It's cut your typical 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I do have a panel of basic white, and that's not the right one. Okay, so I need a panel of basic white cut at 5 1/4 by 4. Let's see, that is the right size. Okay. Five 1/4 by 4, and that'll give me a nice even edge all the way around. This is for the inside of the card. You know, you can stamp right on the colored cardstock, but I will be stamping on the white and putting it inside the card. Okay, now for the cover. Now this is the Magical Meadow, Meandering Meadows Designer Series paper. Look how gorgeous this is. This coordinates with this March paper pumpkin. Meandering Meadows. Well, on the back side of the Meandering Meadows paper, you have different patterns. Like here, this is just the sky, and then you do have some different patterns and some, I like these. A lot of them are much more neutral. So I'm going to be using this sheet of the Meandering Meadows. I've cut it down, and I'm going to use this side. Okay, now what I did, I have basic black, and this is cut to 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that down because I don't know if my plans are going to work right, how it's going to look, but you know, sometimes you have a win, sometimes you don't. We'll find out. Yeah, I put a lot of glue on there, probably way too much, but it's not going to come apart, is it? So I'm going to put this down here. Okay. This panel is barely smaller than this black panel. As you see, there is the tiniest, itsy bitsiest possible of borders. You know, what do y'all think? You like that? Yeah, because of what I'm going to do. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I have got a passel of inks out here because that bonus stamp set that came has a multi-level inking system. And what does that mean? Let me show you what that means. I had contemplated doing this on, I think I'll get it turned this way so this little orangey piece is down there. I had thought about stamping it on white and putting it on this and just layering it up. But I think I'm going to do more of a spotlight card. I'm hoping it'll work out okay. So, in Mossy Meadow, I'm going to take this stamp, if you can see it. It's, well, you'll see it once I get it stamped. This is the outline of the flowers and the leaves. Doing the outline in Mossy Meadow, and I'm just doing it right on this designer series paper. There's no law that says you can't stamp on designer series paper. DSP. You've heard the term DSP. That's what that means. Some people have asked me before, what is DSP? It's designer series paper. Okay, now in Fresh Freesia, I've got this stamp, which is, does that show up on that? No. Okay. I have this stamp, which is going to color in those flowers. I'm going to do that in Fresh Freesia. Okay. A bit more on there. Make sure it's good. There's a hole in the middle to line up go. Cute. Now we need the design in there, and that is going to be, oops, where is it? Okay, so I'm going to take my centers, and in Petal Pink, oops, there we go. Sometimes they are easy and sometimes they're not so easy. So in Petal Pink, I've got my little centers here. There's one. And here's the other. Of course, they're both different sizes. There we go. Okay. These put up. Now in Berry Burst, I'll be doing the very centers of these flowers. Okay. Which one goes where? Okay, remember it's got that center part to line up. There we go. This one out of the way. You know, when you could just layer and layer and layer, you get such pretty detail. There we go. And now I need to fill in the leaves, and I'm going to do that in Garden Green. I actually thought about doing the took that as a swipe. If you swipe it, you'll end up with really cool lines, which I might want because of this pattern here. What do y'all think? Let's go ahead and see. Okay. Now remember, I had done the outlines in Mossy Meadow. Well, okay, I like that. See, and it pretty much covers underneath there. I think I'm going to get a Garden Green marker where I got off just a hair and fix that. Okay, I just have a Stampin' Right marker here, and you notice again the thin line and the thick line, the fine point, and the brush tip. I'm just going to use the brush tip. Go. And there we go. You know, if you're ever like fussy cutting something out and you don't like how wide of a white it might have, You just use your markers to kind of make it look not so much. Okay. If I was doing this with embossing powder and, you know, embossing the flower, this stamp does come with the inner stem pieces right there that you can stamp on there and get the inner stems. I'm not worried about that because I'm not doing any powder embossing right now. That would actually, oh man, I probably should have done it because that would have been so cool to powder emboss it on this DSP. Oh well. Okay. What I'm going to do now is where I'm wondering how it's going to work. I'm hoping it'll work out okay. We shall see. If not, I can just say all right, move on to, and won't do that again. What I'm doing is I'm using the deckled circle dies, and I got a smallish one. What did I do with? Okay, I've got these deckled circle dies, and I've got a smallish one that I'm going to cut out, but I'm wondering if I want to go even smaller and cut really only a tiny piece out. I actually think that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. Okay. I'm going to try it with this little mini stamp and cut and emboss machine again because I think it'll fit. No, it won't fit. Okay. So let me take this over to the big one and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So what I did is I took my smallish deckled circle die and I cut out the flowers. Okay. This is where I'm hoping it's going to work out okay. I'm going to glue this down. And like I say, it's going to have the smallest possible itty bitty little black frame around it. And this is going to be like a spotlight effect. I'm sure you've done that before. There we go. Now I'm going to use some dimensionals. There we go. Little tiny thing. Oh, I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it with a very, very thin edge. Now I'm going to use dimensionals and I'm going to pick it up and we're going to see the shadow of the black underneath it. Okay. And I'm hoping it'll be cute since it's not the not on the panel, it's on the DSP itself. I'm thinking that it's going to look good. And if it doesn't, well, it's just paper, right? Just got to make sure to get it lined up correctly. There we go. Okay, okay. Actually, I wish it had a little bit more. Oh, did I come over a little too far? I'm going to take my Take-A-Pick tool and this pokey end. If I take it out, look, it's got a spatula. You can put that spatula under there and it just lifts up your dimensionals. Gets it right up. Because you know what I think? I'm not happy with how flush it is. I'm thinking if it stands up even, I want to see more black around it. But I didn't want to cut it with anything any smaller because then I would lose too much of the design. So I'm going to put another layer of dimensionals and that's going to pull my circle up higher, and then I think we're going to have a nice shadow of that black card panel from below it. Okay. Tell you, this Take-A-Pick tool, that spatula, that has really come in handy a few times. There. Oh, much better. I like that. Okay. See how it gives that dimension? I really like that. Okay. Since I have that like that, I'm going to change what I was going to do. No, I'm not. You've been on my mind. I'm going to put that on here. No, that's too bright. Let me see what I can do. Okay, I've got the color I want to do my stamping on. But did I show y'all these deckled circle dies? Aren't these fabulous? Goes from itty bitty, look how little and cute, and then, phew, I think that's just an amazing array. Yeah, there's 14 different circles in there. I like the decals. Anyways, okay, so what I'm going to do now is on Petal Pink, that's the color that I used on the very inside of the flowers was Petal Pink, and here we've got some Petal Pink strips, like a little bit there and a little bit there. So I'm going to do it on Petal Pink. I'm going to use the Have a Beautiful Birthday stamp that came with the paper pumpkin sentiment. I'm going to stamp it in Garden Green, which is the ink that came with the paper pumpkin. Okay. I've started using this again, but I didn't re-ink it. Let me use my Stampin' Spot that came with my paper pumpkin. These are so cute and little. They're so convenient, you know, if you're going to be taking a little trip or something. So here we go. Have a Beautiful Birthday. Now, what I'm going to do with the paper pumpkin kit, we got those really cool die shapes, die cuts for our sentiments. What I'm not using one of the die cuts. I could have used a die cut, but I decided not to. So I've got this punch that really looks like one of those. Have a Beautiful Birthday, and I'm going to punch it. Now, what I'm going to do to kind of frame it a little bit, if I can find what I did. So I can frame it a little bit, I'm going to take this basic black, and I'm going to cut it out with my punch. I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm just going to do there and there. That'll be good. Just going to put a little bit of glue on the back just to give it a little something in the go. And same thing over here. There we go. Okay, now let's see. Have a Beautiful Birthday. Not quite done. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back here. Oh, I forgot to emboss. Oh, yay. I was going to run this through the embosser after I cut the circle out and give it just a little. That's okay. That's okay. We don't need to use an embossing folder on everything. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to take some of this linen thread that actually was from another paper pumpkin kit left over. And you wrap it around 3 times and pinch it. And I'm going to cut it. Now it's kind of kinky, so if you just like run it through your fingers like that, that'll stretch it out and it won't be quite as kinky. 1, 2, 3. Gonna hold it in my fingers right here, and then you take the other side and you pull it in, and we're just gonna place that right across the back here. Let's see, we'll just do it right there, and we're just gonna put that right there. There we go. Have a beautiful birthday, and there we've got some ribbon going on, and I guess, you know, I probably should have done it end to end. There, that's better. There we go. Okay, almost done. Now let's get back some of those sequins. These sequins that came with the paper pumpkin kit. 1. There's 1. Oh, no, I don't want to put that in the middle there. Nope, nope, nope. I'm just going to tuck it right there. I think maybe another. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, got a couple little sequins on there. Let's put a dragonfly. Those dragonflies are so cute. Or a butterfly. Shall we use the butterfly? Let's use a butterfly. I had thought about doing something with the wooden element, but you see that would be just a little too much. So, okay, let's put a little butterfly on here. These brushed brass butterflies, I'm just in love with them. And we'll put one right there. Cute! Oh, I like that. Let me take a little bit of Wink of Stella. Little something. And let's paint this up with this Wink of Stella. Give it some shine. We're just going to do the cutout part of the flowers with the Wink of Stella. There we go. Oh, I like this one. I wish I'd put it through the embossing folder for the background. I was going to use just a just a texture. Oh well. Oh, pretty. Pretty. Have a beautiful birthday. I want to put something on here. What do I want to put on there? Okay, we're going to try these classic matte dots, the black ones in particular. I'm just going to put a little black one right there, just to break up all that pink, and one right there. And I'm using the black because of the black shadows in the back. Okay, I think that might be what I needed. Do I maybe here instead? Let's see. Let's see about putting it in the bottom corners instead. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to like that one better. Whoops. There. Okay. Oops. There we go. Have a beautiful birthday. That's what it needed. Needed that one right there too. Okay. More is more. Yes, I like that. The classic mattes outlining it that way. Let's take those off. The corners there and see again. Yeah, I think maybe that's all we need. Okay, phew, that was hard fought, but I love it. That is so pretty. I love how this is stepped up, and you can see the black underneath it when you turn it. That's awesome. And you know, it would have been good to use black dimensionals under there, now that I think about it. But when you're sitting there looking at it like this, you just see the outline of the black, and it is fine. I think that is pretty nifty. Now I got to do the inside. On the inside is a sentiment wishing you many blessings. I'm going to do this one in garden green, if I can find my garden green. Well, here's Mossy Meadow. Oh, that's right. Here's garden green. So I'm going to do it in the garden green. Now this sentiment, wishing you many blessings, is from Fruitful Blessings. I do like this stamp set. Done lots of pretty things with it. I like to do the cards, the insides, before I attach them, because if I mess up, then I can always turn it over and use the other side. Okay. Make sure my cardstock's straight. There we go. Ah, lovely. Lovely. Let me get this down. There we go. Oh, have a beautiful birthday. Wishing you many blessings. Oh, I love this card. That is so pretty. Stamping right on the DSP. And you see, using the multi-level, the 2-step and 3-step stamping was not a problem at all. So here we go. Let's take a look at everything we've done. Okay, March, Memorable Meadows. First, we have beautiful, simple card. Remember, it comes with the nice wooden elements. And you've been on my mind. I love that. That is just gorgeous. And heartfelt thanks. And these are the 3 designs that were for the kit intended. You make 3 of each of these, and then we just added a little bit of marker to this tree and used Night of Navy ink, and everything here except for the marker and the Night of Navy ink is from this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. So that was a little simple, and then we stepped it up just a wee bit by using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss to cut out the Sentiment Love, which came in the add-in set that went along with the January, February, and this month's, and we added a couple little birds. So this was rather simple also. And then when you're done with your materials, you still have your stamps left. So what do? You use your paper from the Meandering Meadows, which is the coordinating product that is in the catalog. And we stamped the picture on there, and we just did some fresh freesia background and some black, and we cut it out and used a punch right here. So all of this on the front, except for this twine and the butterfly. This is all from the pictures, the sequins, and the sentiment are all from this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. And on the inside, an extra little sentiment from Fruitful Blessings. I'll have all the measurements for this card and the order, information about your markers and your add-on kit. Coming up, we'll have an add-on kit. I think we've got a dimensional product coming with butterflies. So that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to do the butterflies and kind of sponge on them and all. That'll be just lovely. And do remember that every kit that from the online kit collection, or even a paper pumpkin kit, when you purchase a kit through my online store, if you don't have a US demonstrator and you wanted to purchase a kit, if you purchase one through my online store, that is a donation. Actually, I take the commission from that and I put that straight to my Great Cycle Challenge fundraiser in September for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. I'll have some information about all that down below too. So I hope you like this paper pumpkin. I hope you like what we did with it. And if you did, if you'd give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. And just keep making the world a beautiful place. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.